Jace had dreamed of flying since before gravity ever let him. Now he sat at the helm of a courier ship barely the size of a city bus, her hull humming with drive coil static as she skimmed the edge of FTL. The Starling wasn't glamorous, half rust, half miracle. But to Jace, she was freedom. His first real assignment. His first run beyond mapped space. And, if he was being honest with himself, the reason his pulse was pounding wasn't the stars outside. It was Lyra at the sensor station. She was young, barely 20, just a year ahead of him, but already the Starling's senior array tech, famous for breaking Academy speed calibration records. Jace had seen her name before he met her. Lyra Vaughan, Precision Navigational Analysis Division. He'd imagined her different. Serious, focused, unreachable. He was right about the last part. Every time he tried to talk, she gave him that small, distracted half-smile, like she was humoring a kid while calculating trajectories in her head. He'd caught her once, adjusting the sensor's parallax manually instead of relying on autoplot. Her fingers moved in precise, unconscious rhythm, tracing equations faster than his eyes could follow. It was mesmerizing. He told her that. She didn't look up. "Try mesmerizing the engines instead, rookie. They sound tired." That was 2 days ago. Now the Starling coasted through a thin drift of crimson dust, the remnants of a shattered moon, on the far edge of the Arden corridor. Jace was halfway through a coffee bulb when the proximity alarm stuttered. Lyra's head snapped up before the captain could speak. "FTL signature. Vector -48 by 12. It's following our wake." The captain cursed softly. Privateers. Jace felt his gut tighten. Every courier heard stories. Pirate fleets with jump inhibitors, trapping ships mid-drift. They called it catching fireflies. "Jace," the captain barked. "Cut to sublight. Drift course 290. Lyra, give him eyes." Lyra was already there, hands moving quickly over the controls. Flying, with eyes reflecting 1,000 ghostly readouts. "Asteroid field ahead. Dense gravimetric distortion. We can lose them in the debris if your reflexes are faster than your jokes." Jace smiled despite himself. "Buckle in then." He killed the FTL drive and the universe slammed back into motion. Stars elongated, snapped, and the Starling dove into darkness streaked with silver rock and electromagnetic haze. The enemy ship, larger, heavier, followed, lighting up the field with pulse fire. Lyra's voice came sharp and low through the comm. "Bearing 12 left, -1 pitch. Trust me." He did. The Starling twisted between tumbling shards, her hull scraping plasma. Another flare of light. Pulse cannons. Lyra's readings flooded his console, her rhythm matching his instincts, like a heartbeat. 3 degrees down, she said. "Copy." "Now up, cut thrust." He obeyed, and the Starling slid between 2 colliding asteroids, the shockwave propelling them forward like a slingshot. Her breath hitched softly in the comm, the first crack in her calm. "Nice catch, pilot." The enemy adjusted course. They were too heavy to follow perfectly, but close enough for lock-on range. "Talk to me, Lyra." "Radiation spike ahead. Pulsar remnant. We can use it." Her fingers moved faster. "Its magnetic field can mask our energy signature, but it'll fry us if you're off by a millisecond." He glanced at her through the reflection in his screen. "Then don't be off." For the first time, she met his eyes. "Never am." The pulsar loomed ahead, its collapsed core pulsing blue-white. Every surge bent light itself. Jace gripped the controls, sweat cold on his neck. Lyra's voice became the only thing he could hear. "Angle 42 up. Drop speed to 38. Wait. Now. Cut power." The Starling coasted dark, drifting through the pulsar's outer radiation halo. Static crawled along the hull like lightning trapped in glass. The enemy's sensors overshot, confused by the magnetic wash. They fired blind, torpedoes veering wide. Lyra wasn't done. She pushed her array past safe thresholds, bleeding the system red. "I'm feeding them a false echo. Full energy signature. Looks like we're breaking starboard." Jace saw it happen on the readout, the decoy flaring bright, the enemy locking onto it. He whispered, "Beautiful." She didn't hear, or maybe she did, because the corner of her mouth twitched. "Ready to run, pilot?" He slammed the throttle. "Always." The Starling shot from the pulsar's shadow as the torpedo detonated against the decoy, the shockwave rippling through space. Metal screamed, lights flickered, but the ship held together. They drifted, silent, engines cooling. The stars steadied. Lyra leaned back from her console, her hair unbound and static charged. Her eyes were distant, but softer. That was something, Jace said quietly. She gave a faint smile. You kept up. He laughed under his breath. That a compliment or a miracle? She tilted her head. Maybe both. For a moment, neither spoke. Only the hum of systems cycling down, and the quiet after danger. Outside the viewport, the pulsar pulsed one last time, like a heartbeat fading into the dark. Jace turned back to his controls, pretending to check readings. You know, if you ever want to, recalibrate over coffee. Don't push it, pilot. But when she stood to leave the bridge, she paused just long enough to look back. Still, not bad. The door hissed shut behind her, and Jace smiled into the starlight, finally feeling like a real part of the crew.